In a world where distractions are many and the search for shortcuts is constant, the words of Jim Rohn resonate across generations with a rare clarity. Rohn, renowned for his timeless wisdom, never promised a quick route to success. Instead, he offered something far more enduring: a philosophy, a set of principles that, when diligently applied, lead to what he called the extraordinary life. But what does such a life truly look like, and how does one set out on the path to achieve it? Jim Rohn's extraordinary life is not about grand gestures or flashes of luck. It is about deliberate daily engagement with principles that stand the test of time. At its core, it is a life crafted by design, not by default. A life where meaning, achievement, and fulfillment coexist. It all begins with the acceptance of personal responsibility. Rohn's voice rings with conviction. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. In a world where it is often easier to blame circumstances, upbringing, or fate, Rohn's message is both liberating and challenging. Real power comes from recognizing that, while the world's events may be outside your control, your response to them is not. This is not about self-blame. It is a profound act of empowerment. When you relinquish blame, you reclaim agency. The moment you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and instead ask, "What can I do about this?" is the moment you become the architect of your own destiny. This mindset shift is foundational. Without it, life is a series of reactions, waiting, hoping, and wishing for change from the outside. With it, you become a creator, a builder. You realize that every decision, every action, and every attitude is a brick laid in the foundation of your extraordinary life. From here, the journey continues to discipline, a concept that Rohn described as the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Many fear discipline, viewing it as restrictive or joyless, but Rohn saw it as the ultimate expression of freedom, the freedom to create the life you desire. We must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret or disappointment, he observed. The pain of discipline may be uncomfortable in the moment, but it is fleeting and leads to growth. The pain of regret, on the other hand, is enduring and heavy. Discipline is not about one grand act. It is about the small, consistent actions that over time build momentum. It is the daily reading, the careful planning, the commitment to health, the thoughtful allocation of time. These seemingly minor habits, compounded day after day, transform intentions into achievements. Discipline is the quiet engine that powers the extraordinary life, keeping you on course even when motivation wanes. But discipline alone is not enough. Rohn placed immense value on developing a personal philosophy, a set of beliefs and attitudes that serve as your guiding star. The major reason for your success or failure is your personal philosophy, he asserted. Your philosophy shapes how you see the world, interpret events, and make decisions. It is forged by what you read, who you listen to, and the questions you dare to ask yourself. Cultivating a sound personal philosophy requires curiosity and reflection. Rohn's famous reminder, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune," extends far beyond finances. The true fortune is the richness of perspective, resilience, and understanding that you acquire through continuous learning and introspection. If your philosophy is that setbacks are failures, you will give up quickly. If you see setbacks as lessons, you will adapt and persevere. Your philosophy is the lens through which you view every experience, and it is within your power to choose and refine that lens. Rohn often drew wisdom from nature, teaching the law of sowing and reaping. "What you sow, you will reap," he declared. This universal law applies to more than just crops. It governs every facet of life. The thoughts you think, the actions you take, the generosity you show, all are seeds planted in the soil of your future. Results may not be immediate, but over time, the harvest comes. This principle leads to one of Rohn's most powerful insights. Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. Instead of chasing outcomes, focus on becoming the kind of person worthy of those outcomes. Develop integrity, a strong work ethic, a spirit of generosity, and a habit of continual improvement. Surround yourself with uplifting, growth-minded people, for you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment, especially your associations, shapes your mindset and, ultimately, your destiny. An extraordinary life, Rohn taught, is not just about what you gain, but also what you give. The value of learning and sharing is central. Accumulating knowledge serves little purpose if it is hoarded. True fulfillment comes from sharing your insights, mentoring others, and making a positive impact, no matter how small. In giving, you reinforce your own learning and create a ripple effect that multiplies your influence and meaning. If you want to have more, you have to become more, Rohn said. Growth is not merely for personal gain, but for the ability to contribute more richly to the world around you. In this way, the extraordinary life is a journey of both self-mastery and service. Ultimately, Jim Rohn's philosophy is a call to intentional living. It is an invitation to stop leaving your life to chance and, instead, to design it with care and courage. Embrace responsibility, cultivate discipline, develop a guiding philosophy, become a magnet for success through personal growth, and share your journey generously. The extraordinary life is not a distant summit to be reached, but a way of traveling each day with purpose, curiosity, and integrity. The tools are already in your hands. The blueprint has been drawn. The question that remains is simple. What will you build starting now?